Hi, this is Tutor from Uplatz. If you want to know more about Uplatz, you can log on to uplatz.com or can contact us by the email and phone number mentioned on this slide. And today, finally, we'll be talking about business logics, and we will start from the formula fields, and we have to create another object to understand some of the business logic. Okay, so business logic mind map. So to achieve a business logic, we have different things available. Um, On the slide, I have mentioned few of the declarative approaches which will help us to complete the business logic. We have the formulas available. If you guys remember on our previous modules, when we talked about data types, then there is a data type named formula. Today we will be talking about that formula field. Other than formula fields, there are validation rules, and we have functions and record types. In today's module, we will be talking about formula fields, and then we will in our later modules we will cover rest of the things. We have functions, validation rules, formula fields, and the roll-up summary field, cross-object formula, and record types. Functions. In declarative programming, functions are powerful features in Salesforce. Functions can be included in formula fields, validation rules, workflow rules, field updates, and default values. There are other standard functions which are used for different purposes like date and time, logical, math, text, advanced, summary function, or encoding functions. In today's module, we will be focused more on formula and formula fields. Formula is a very useful and powerful feature in platform, particularly in declarative programming. Formulas are used in various areas like formula fields, validation rules, workflows, approval assignment rules, auto response rule, process builders, leads and cases, custom formula fields, reports, escalation rules, and many more. While defining a formula, you can check for syntax error using check syntax button. We will see that in a minute. Formula runtimes error occurs if a formula is incorrect. For example, say division by 0. A formula reference a field which is disabled. Formula fields can have character limit up to 3900 character, including spaces, comments, etc. Formula fields cannot exceed 4000 bytes while saving and 5000 bytes when it's compiled. Okay, so uh, to understand the business logic completely, we need to create another object named student grades, and we will be creating some of the fields I have mentioned here on the slide. I go to the browser or login.salesforce, entered my credentials, I hit the login button and will be logged into our Salesforce environment. As we have already know, to create an S object, we need to go to object manager, and from there either we can go to schema builder or we can create custom object from here. I'll choose this custom object option here. Then I give student grades. Label plural will be same as label student grades. Here student grades, record number. I'll choose auto number. I'll copy this format. We can give any format as per the requirement, but I am choosing this one. I'll give student grade. Okay, so this time I'm not going to click this launch new custom tab wizard after saving this custom object. We are not going to do that. I click on the save button here, and we need to create all these fields here. Since the name of the object is student grade, so it will save the grades and the semester and subject a student is studying. Okay, so fields and relationships, I'll go with. Click on this new button and we'll create a number field. Marks obtained. Leave everything as default and click next. We have the list of profiles. Click on next. page layout, click on save. Okay, then we will click a new field with the semester. And then there should be a pick list field. Semester. Then we'll enter first sem, second sem, third sem, fourth sem, fifth sem, and at last sixth sem. Okay, I'll leave everything as default. Click on the next button. We have list of profiles. Next, we have page layout, save and new. Now we will click, let's click subject first. Subject again, I'm gonna do pick list. Next, sub, we'll give it a name, a subject. Enter the values from here. Let's say Java, C, C, C or C++. Database. Then we have other subjects like digital electronics. So four subjects I'm adding so far. Leave everything as default. Click on next. We have list of profiles, then click next, and then again hit save and new. We have total marks here. And then we'll choose a number data type for total marks. Click on next button here. Again, go to next, save and new. Okay, so now we have created almost all the fields. Now it's time to link it with the student object. To do that, I'll click master detail relationship. Okay, next, then it will be related to student. Click next. Next. All the profiles, page layouts, next. Save and new. Okay, so before now the only last field remained is a result, which will be a formula field. So before we directly jump onto this formula field, let's see things in action a little. To do that, I click on this app launcher. I'll go to the application that we have created. I'll click on this student object here. Suppose we have one student here named Dexter. Clicked on the related list. Then here we have student grades. So if I want to add the students grades, so we'll click new button here on student grades. So here I see marks obtained. Let's see, 85 out of 100. Semester is first sem, subject is Java, and we'll save this. Okay, so if we want to see this record, we can click on it. Okay, so this student named Dexter scored 85 marks out of 100 in Java in first semester. So now we want one field to be created here as a result, whether he's passed the exam or he's failed. Either one thing we can do is we can create a text field and we can manually enter a pass or fail on that string object. Or the second thing, we can create a pick list and we can choose it from pass and fail. And the third option we have, we automatically want a pass or fail comes here. We automatically want a pass or fail here when user got marks more than let's say 65. If a student scored more than 65, then we automatically want results to be displayed here. To do that, what we need to do is we need to create a formula field. So now I click on the setup, I go to edit object. Now we will create our first formula field. Okay, fields and relationships. Click on this new button here. Formula field here. Click on next. Here, let's give it a name, a result. Okay, so here we have formula return type. We'll check a condition in formula fields. We check a condition, and as per that condition, we will display the result. Okay, so whether we want a checkbox to be returned by formula field, and suppose in our case we can create a checkbox result as a pass or fail. If user is passed, then we can mark this check, but as of now we will stick with our string character uh, pass or fail. So we have checkbox, we have currency, data, date time, number, person, text, and time. So right now we want text, so I click on next. Okay, so we'll go with, I'll click on this advanced formula. We have now functions available here. So I can click on this if condition here. I pressed I and it navigated me to the if. Then I'll use this button, inserted selected function. Okay, so here what it tells is if logic test is here, we will check our condition. If the condition is true, then what we want to do, we'll write here. If condition is false, then we will write it here. So first thing is to check our condition. So our condition is I'll insert a field with this button, insert field. Then we will check this marks obtained. I'll insert. So our condition is if marks obtained is greater than let's say 65, then the value should be displayed here in is PISS. And if it is less than 65, it is not. If marks obtained is not greater than 65, then it should display FAIL, fail. Okay. So we have this check syntax we have seen on the slide. Check syntax to see whether whatever we written is correct or not. No syntax error. Compile size 74 characters. Okay. So there is no error we got. Click on next button. Then again, same thing, we have profiles and it will be added to the page layout. We click on save. Now we go back to details. I give a quick refresh. Okay, so here we have result. Currently it doesn't have any value because we created this field after we created this record. So now to see this, all I need to do is I click on edit and click on save again. Okay, so we have as here. So to test the negative scenario, we need to give instead of 85, I give 64. Hit the save button, and the result value changed here. And one more thing is, if I click the edit button, this result is a read-only field. We cannot edit it. So there is no option we can manually edit this thing. So for the accuracy purpose, I make it 66 here and save. Okay, so for the to increase more readability, we can go to page layout. Then we can click edit on this page layout, and here I can show the result at the top, and marks obtained should be at the right side, and total marks as well, and student name should be at the top. Okay, so now hit the save button. We give a quick refresh to see our changes. So it didn't make any effect right now. Give another refresh. Okay, so here is now it is easier to understand. We have marks obtained 66 out of 100, and we have here as pass. Okay, then let's go back to the slide. Okay, then now we have talked about formula fields. In our next module, we'll be talking about validation rules. So till the time, keep practicing what we have done here on this the developer org. Do practice this in your free developer edition that you have created so far. So till the time, keep practicing. Thank you so much.